So in terms of the clients and the customers that Modality deals with, what's actually driving them to make these change and adopting things like Skype for Business and this new cloud technology, etc.?
Yeah, for each customer, there's quite often a different reason. There are a couple of sectors that align with some similarities. Everybody's got a cost saving or efficiency drive to push through, and there certainly is return on investment studies to do that say newer technology can be more efficient and add some value. It's really some of the newer ones and the more dynamic businesses or the organisations that are really keen to drive change are the ones that stand out for me, because it's less like for like. I mentioned earlier that technology is becoming ever so more connected, both internally and externally. There's a huge assumption of connectivity, hence the prevalence of cloud right now. That's wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you can have access to the applications that make most sense. So as we look at the customer base and we try and figure it out, it's almost worth talking through some specific customers, why they've done what they've done and the value they've seen from it.
Well, perhaps that's a good next space. I mean, could you give us some examples of some of the projects that we've undertaken?
Yeah, by all means. One of my favourite is a fairly large pharmaceutical company that usual challenges around how they can be efficient and how they can save money and consolidate investments. But one of the biggest drivers was addressing the way they work. The pharmacy industry has been around for quite some time now, as have a lot of businesses. This is actually a common trend. You look at retail, you look at what's happened in various markets with companies going bust and falling off the high street. You see some of the pharmaceutical agencies, you see some of the finance sector, they're all consolidating down still. They're all trying to find new ways of doing things that are more efficient. And when you're in an industry where it takes years and years and years to develop drugs, and you want one drug to suit the masses, then and all of a sudden you've exhausted all the avenues to go down. It's no longer one drug for the many. You start talking about one for one. Right. So they're starting to map those drugs and map to individuals. It's very much genetic
It's quite a change to their business as well.
It's a huge change to their business, and the real focus was when you look at it, and there's patents involved, and there's business strategy involved, and there's market dynamics and everything else. But the key driver for them was to look at it and say, hang on, we need to change. How do we change? Can we change quickly enough? And this was this concept of disruptive change. And we've seen this in other industries as well, but it's where organisations have taken the initiative to say, I need to shake things up a little bit. I want to create a different environment. And you can consume technology from various different platforms, but it's really about changing the environment your people come into work. Change the systems on the desktop. Some people are changing the physical offices. They're doing big relocation projects. But it's not, I don't come back in anymore and go to my desk. I come in and go to a new desk. I perhaps stand up. I perhaps have got the latest Windows platform, or I've got the latest smart device. It's mobiles, it's tablets, it's work from home, it's work in an office, it's work collaboratively. And it was really trying to force that change. And so, do I come in and sit down at a desk with a phone and that's it? No, I don't. I come in and actually I don't have to come in. I can pick up my smartphone in the morning and I've got my full communications capability on my smartphone. To connect through messaging, through chat, through telephony, through audio, through video, sharing content, messaging it around, collaborating with a wide group of users. It starts before I start, and that's what's nice. It's pretty much always on in the background.
Yes.
It's when I'm ready, I can access it. And if I happen to be in the office, I'm at my desk. I'm on a computer. I'm on a PC, or whatever device I choose. If I'm mobile, it's a smartphone, it's a tablet. If I'm in meetings, then that's when you start integrating this technology into meeting room experience, those telepresence, those video conferencing endpoints. So it just all of a sudden, every form of communicating and collaborating, wherever they are in the world, is streamlined and changed. Yeah, it's different. So that disruptive change is certainly a big driver today, where companies are afraid or afraid of being left behind, or just have an attitude of embracing the future and moving quickly enough. That's certainly a big driver.